What's up, guys? James Carter TV, continuing my 2016 NFL Draft recaps. And today we're talking about the New York Football Jets. If you've been watching my draft recaps today, I'm sure it looks like I'm pretty mad. I've been giving some bad grades today, but it's not the case. And I'll prove it because I actually like the New York Giants draft a lot more than I did on draft day, by the way. So the first round, Eli Apple didn't like to pick. You know, I went back, looked at more Eli Apple, and I like to pick more and more. It's still a little bit of a reach. But you're talking about a guy that's 6'1", 199 pounds, so pretty good size. Could add maybe 5 pounds, but pretty good size right there. A guy that got his hands on a lot of footballs, a lot of pass breakups, a little bit undisciplined. Has a lot of pass interference calls, and that's going to get on your nerves. I'm not sure he's ever going to be able to cover Odell Beckham. But in terms of being a pretty good number two, I think he could have found one here. The problem is, do you take a number two cornerback with a 10th pick? I don't know if you do that. And I think they've made a little bit of a mistake here doing that. And also, you had Vernon Hargreaves, who was on the board, who is a better player. So I question that as well. I only give it a B-, but it's higher than the C- I gave on draft night. So take that. All right, so we move on. 40th pick overall, Sterling Shepard out of Oklahoma. Love the pick. A guy that I think is going to be a good guy to pair with Odell Beckham. You know, Odell Beckham has the length, 6'1", Sterling Shepard, 5'10", or 5'11", a guy that really knows how to work short, intermediate routes, even deep routes. I mean, he's a good route runner, a good pass catcher, good athlete, I mean, all around good prospect. I think he's better than Corey Coleman, who was taken in the first round. Love the pick. I give it an A. We move on, third round, 71st pick overall, free safety Darien Thompson out of Boise State. This guy is a ball hawk. 19 interceptions at Boise State. Got his hands on a lot of balls. Well, okay, James, this is a great pick, right? Not exactly. Horrible athlete. I mean, this guy put up linebacker numbers at the combine, which is not something you want to see from your free safety. I mean, put up 4.69 40. Ouch. A guy that isn't very strong, doesn't have great length, is only about 5'11", so you wonder that as well. And okay, you'd be fine, right, if I could say, you know, the 19 interceptions, they show that he's a really good, smart player and whatever. Sometimes you take too many risks. You're going for interceptions and not making the play. Sometimes loses a little bit of focus in terms of guys going behind him because he does such a good job of keeping his eyes on the quarterback and what the quarterback is doing and reading his eyes that sometimes the quarterback can, I'm looking this way, fake him out. And then that's it because he wasn't paying attention to the wide receivers around him. So I think there's a good amount of upside here. You needed a free safety. Nat Burhey, isn't a very good one. Let's just be honest. And Landon Collins should be a strong safety. So I like that idea of taking free safety here. There are some things about him that I don't love, and I only give this pick a B-. We move on, fourth round, 109th pick overall, B.J. Goodson, the linebacker out of Clemson. Probably going to be a 4-3 strong side linebacker, and he is strong. A guy that likes to lay the boom down, a thumper, a throwback linebacker. And in coverage, he's not bad either. Now, he can be a little handsy, get some penalty calls, should have probably gotten more, but he was a leader for this Clemson defense. A little bit of a one-year wonder, but a lot of the Clemson defenders were like Kevin Dodd. So I like the upside here, and I won't be surprised if this is a guy that starts. Oh my God, did the Giants just find a fourth starter in this draft? I think so. I give it a B+. We move on, fifth round, 149th pick overall, a guy that will not start, hopefully, in running back Paul Perkins. But that doesn't mean this was a bad pick. He's just a little bit of a specialist. You can't give him the ball 30 times, even 20 times, you can't do it. I think even 15 would be a stretch. 10, we can have a conversation. This guy, he's just going to be a guy that, can run sweeps for you, halfback sweeps. A guy that can catch the ball in the backfield pretty well. But I don't love the pick in terms of, I think the Giants, they need a bell cow. And available, was Jordan Howard available here? I think so. I think Jordan Howard out of Indiana was available here. It would have been a better bell cow to have here because Paul Perkins isn't going to be that guy. He's just going to be a guy that comes in, be a little bit of a change of pace guy. And I'm not a big Rashard Jennings fan, so I think he should be replaced. And I don't think they found a replacement here. I give it a B-. We move on. 6th round, final pick, tight end, Jerell Adams out of South Carolina. Now, I'm sure you're already hearing people saying, oh, what a great pick. This guy fell and he's going to be great. He's a great athlete. Now, it's a pretty good pick. I'll give you that. But don't expect much from this guy. He's going to be a backup guy that may get 300, 400 receiving yards from us. He's an okay blocker, but that's it. For the 6th round, though, that's pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what you expect. So I think he's a value, but don't expect too much from him. I give it a B. All right, so there you go. So you put in all of these grades into my GPA calculator. Out comes a GPA of 3.08 out of 4. And that is a pretty good grade. And in fact, it's a really good grade, honestly, because even though it's only that low, I didn't think you knocked it out of the park with an Eli Apple or Darien Thompson. I think you found a lot of starters here. B.J. Goodson could be a starter. Darien Thompson could be a starter. Jerell Adams, hopefully he's not your starter, and neither is Paul Perkins. But to get 4 starters potentially out of 6 picks is really good. And I don't think that grade really indicates how much of a pretty good job I think the Giants did here. So just take that grade for what you will, that GPA, I should say. So with that said, what are your thoughts on the Giants draft? Please comment down below. And until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.